Hola. Okay, so pissed off video number 3. One of the biggest annoyances, Twilight, and we're gonna compare it to some real ass awesome vampire book, or vampire books, by an awesome ass writer, Anne Rice, who's actually not suckish.
If you don't know who Anne Rice is, she's done a couple of books that have been made into movies. Interview with the Vampire. I'm not sure when the movie came out, but it had Brad Pitt and
Tom Cruise.
That crazy guy, and Kristen Dunst in it, and she was a little girl. And also Queen of the Damned was made into a movie as well. I'm reading that right now. It's good. So far, the movie has very little to do with the book. So if you haven't read the book but you've seen the movie, then you should definitely read the book. She also did 2 more. Well, she's done a lot more than 4 books, but in the series that I have, the first 4 of the that's upside down. The first 4 of the Vampire Chronicles. Interview with the Vampire Lestat, which is my favorite book that I've read by Anne Rice so far. And then the 4th one is The Tale of the Body Thief, which I have not read yet, so I can't tell you anything about it. But yeah, that's the first 4 of the Vampire Chronicles.
Okay, so Twilight. Yeah, it doesn't burn my skin off to touch it, but it's still pretty bad. First off, author is Stephenie Meyer, if you didn't know. One thing that annoys me really bad is that, like, the vampires, when they don't, like, drink human blood or something, they have yellow eyes. I got so pissed when I found that out because...
There you go. I read the Twilight books.
Whatever. It's yellowish. And so, like...
That I don't have a problem with. My problem with Stephenie Meyer is she had a lot of great ideas. Except for the sparkling vampire thing. I don't get that.
Yeah, it makes it seem like a homo.
Yeah. But the places that she took them, she didn't develop the characters enough. She didn't take the good ideas she did have, she didn't take them to a level where it would have been, like, great. It was like, okay. And then the last book was just terrible. The Volturi definitely would not have just been like, okay, we're not gonna kill you, haha. They would have annihilated them. Because that's how vampires are.
Vampires are not, like, the friendliest creatures.
They're not cuddly teddy bears.
They're just sexy, but they're evil. And another thing that pisses me off, like an angel or, like, sometimes in Charmed the vampires are, like, ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I don't think a vampire would be ugly.
Like, vampires are supposed to be sexy and they seduct you and then they're like, ah!
Mm-hmm. Vampires, I think, should be the most beautiful humanoid creature that you can imagine. They seduce you, and then at the last moment when you least expect it, they kill you. Because that's just how vampires should be.
Yeah. And what pissed me off about Twilight, the yellow eyes thing, I came up with that idea before I knew about Twilight, and like, I used to write some stories and roleplay with some friends, and my vampires had yellow eyes instead of red, because red is too stereotypical, and blue would be stealing it from Underworld. So...
My vampires that I write about, they have the... I'm not going to tell you guys. They have all different eye colors. Doesn't matter.
But...
I'm trying to write a book.
Good luck. And... So, okay. Anne Rice. So I will admit I have not read Twilight or the Anne Rice series, but I want to. So, I've seen Twilight, and I've seen Interview with the Vampire and Queen of the Damned. First, Interview with the Vampire by itself hones Twilight by like a shitload.
And that wasn't even half the stuff that happened in the book in the movie.
So, and then Queen of the Damned, I loved even more because Lestat's like a shitload sexier. Because Brad Pitt is like,
Brad Pitt I liked for Louis. Brad Pitt doesn't play Lestat.
I know, but
He plays Louis.
But still, I don't like Tom Cruise for Lestat.
Tom Cruise, I think, did a surprisingly good job for Lestat. He fit the characteristics that she describes him as. He's really tall, he's effeminate, he's thin, pale skin, blue eyes, blonde hair. So I didn't have a problem with Tom Cruise, except for he's crazy now. But I really liked Stuart Townsend as Lestat, even though he didn't really fit all the way. I thought he was hot.
Stuart Townsend, I think, made a better Lestat because Tom Cruise, I just didn't.
Stuart Townsend's sexier.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor from someone that they're gonna make another movie about the Vampire Chronicles, and Robert Downey Jr. was gonna play Lestat.
What?
If you don't know who that is, Iron Man. What the hell?
Why would he play Lestat? He's like an ugly fuck.
He's like.
I'm just saying.
He looks nothing like Lestat should look. He's like 40. Lestat's, I think.
He's supposed to look like 20.
Yeah, he looks like he's supposed to be my age, and he's supposed to be pale. And Robert Downey Jr. has like rough tan skin,
and he's got the scruffiness.
Yeah, he's not Lestat. Sorry.
He's ugly.
I'll still watch it, but I probably won't like it.
One thing I didn't like about Iron Man is that he's supposed to be like a ladies' man, and he's like an ugly guy.
I didn't think he was ugly. I just don't think he fits Lestat.
I think he's ugly.
Okay.
And so, yeah, and plus, the main thing I don't like about Twilight is that people keep saying that it's goth, and it's not.
What?
Like, preppy girls think they're goth because they like Twilight, so now they're starting to wear, like, scene clothes, which still isn't goth, but they say they're goth. And, like, they're wearing, like, the colored skinny jeans and, like, the studded white belts and the band t-shirts.
None of that stuff is goth.
That's, like, scene or emo.
You're gonna have to find a picture of a goth person and put it in here to show people what goth means, because some people
or I'll link you to like an actual goth site. Hot Topic isn't goth anymore,
No.
Just saying. It's like poser, emo, kind of.
Goth is a style, and it's like, I guess it's like a lifestyle, and like it comes from within you. It's like an attitude, so
like, I will admit that I do not dress goth. I am not like full-on goth. I'm like, I don't have a stereotypical style, but if you could say I mix in between goth, scene, emo, and a little like teensy bit of like little kiddish.
I just wear whatever the fuck I want. Am I allowed to say fuck on YouTube?
I say fuck.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
But yeah, so Twilight isn't goth, and don't say it is. If you watch this video and you say Twilight is goth, I will find you. I will hunt you down and find you.
She'll stick Lestat on your ass, even though she hasn't read his book, so you probably won't listen to her.
I'll stick Bird on your ass. He's my guinea pig, by the way. He's a vampire too, part-time.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about the difference between Twilight and Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. Ooh, can you see it? The difference is, this one is written poorly by someone who's never written before. This is written amazingly, has a great plot, has real character development, and is like a compulsive read. And if you want to read a vampire book and you haven't read either of these and you're like, maybe I'll read Twilight or maybe I'll read this, you should definitely read Anne Rice. I have been addicted to Anne Rice since I was in high school. I'm not in high school anymore. See that?
She's 21 now.
Don't tell people how old I am.
It doesn't matter. Everybody has an age.
Okay. Anyway. Yes. If you have any questions about, or like comments about vampire books that I haven't heard of, then you should definitely post on there because I love reading vampire books.
Comment it in the video. Or send me, comment it on the video or send a message.
You mean video reply?
No, that's not a video reply. That would be if they made a video and posted it.
Whatever, I'm YouTube retarded. Anyway.
But yeah, so...
And Rice is cool, and
Stephenie
Twilight
Meyer
isn't.
sucks.
Stephenie Meyer needs some writing classes.
She needs to get a little better before she gets more mainstream.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.